Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you the automated version of this strategy. In fact, it's actually on the chart right now. It's currently trading. So this is a backtest in MT5. And what you can see is this is a simplified version of the strategy from this course. Okay, you will see that it's buying and selling at the same time because it's a beast. Obviously, you would choose a direction, you would buy or sell, but I've put this on high risk mode and it's going both ways at the same time. And I'm doing that just to show you how often it wins. Okay, so even when it's trading both ways at the same time, and even though this algorithm makes absolutely no attempt to choose the direction, so whereas you would go on daily or H1 or H4, do some analysis, pick a direction and trade in that direction, this algo does not attempt to do that. It literally just buys and sells every 10 pips or every 20 pips or whatever I've told it to do. And then it adds trades using a grid, so it averages in as the trade moves against it, which means it goes into drawdown and then it recovers the drawdown to a profit. That's literally what it does. You can see every time it closes a trade, it's plotting this little chart, and you can see this happening in real time in front of you right now. Okay, the colored lines going down the screen, these are news events. You'll see that it changes the settings on news events, and it also tries to avoid them if it doesn't have any open trades. The solid green line is the average price for the buys. The solid red line is the average price for the sells. You can actually see some trades just closed out and it's printed the profit there. That was some buy trades closing out for a £33 profit. So the market's currently stretched upwards. If it drops down here, it needs to get to this dash line, which has just moved higher. That's the TP for the sell trades. The reason it moved higher is because it just triggered more sell trades. So the basket average was dragged higher. So literally everything I've told you in the course so far, and some stuff that you'll see later on, is happening on the screen in front of you right now. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the people who left me the dodgy reviews in the first version of this course, who said, oh, this strategy doesn't work, it's a load of rubbish, you can't just add trades. Had they not made that comment, I would never have actually hired a developer to automate this strategy. And if I hadn't done that, I would never have created FlexGrid, which is what you're looking at now, which has made some absolutely serious profits for many of the people who've bought it, okay, including myself. I'll show you some live accounts. In fact, in the FlexGrid course, which is on the website, which is free, you can actually see the performance. At the time of sort of recording this, it's made something like 80 grand of profits on my trading accounts so far, and it doesn't even have eyeballs. It can't even look at a market. All it does is it trades itself out of the situation it gets itself into. And it does get itself into some situations. As you can see right now, the market is pushing higher and it's selling, but it's doing so in a controlled way, following the instructions that I gave it, which means 90% of the time it is going to get out at a profit because the markets are essentially random. Now, people have made the argument many, many times that you have to get the direction right. I'm not going to argue that obviously it doesn't help, because of course it does. If you get the direction right, you skip all the drawdown and you just make a profit. But if you get the direction wrong, then you go into drawdown, but you can recover it. As you've literally just seen on the chart right now, it's just got out of a big trade. That is a £89 profit there, as you can see, followed by a smaller profit on the other side. And then look, the market goes back into its ranging behavior. Soon it's going to pop up or down and close either buys or sells, and it'll print more profit. This is literally just how it keeps going. It's made, look, as you can see right now, £3 grand during the time that this test has been running. It is what it says on the tin, basically. It's just a super simple version of the strategy, okay, and it can't see, but it's making money. This is all I'm trying to sort of show in this test, okay, is that it doesn't matter if you get the direction wrong. If you get the trade management right, you are going to come out in a profit 90% of the time. You are. The algo is doing it right in front of you right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this back test, because obviously we're testing historical data from a broker. This is what really happened, and this is pretty much the results you would have got, give or take. But what you're all wondering is, would this work on a real account? Well, I've got real accounts trading this strategy right now, as have a lot of my clients. So I will show you some of my real accounts now. Some of them have got sort of a couple of months track record. Some have got like 6 to maybe 8 months track record. I'll show you that right now, and you can see how this strategy that is totally blind, does not even know which way the market's going to go and makes no attempt to even predict it, has made a load of money. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, so here we are on one of my servers. On the right hand side we have a live account, on the left hand side we have a demo account. Now the reason why I've chosen to show you these two accounts is because these are the two original accounts for this algo, okay? So the very first one is this one. This was a demo account, and we actually used this, me and the developer, to test basically whether or not this worked. And this was a 10k demo account. You can see it's now at 61,800. Now currently drawdown is 25%. This is running crazy high risk. It's also running, as you can see, on 5 instruments, which is pretty nuts. And the performance so far has been just amazing. I mean, we did cut some trades here. This was actually an accident. The developer actually came in to fix a bug, decided to close out the trades without realizing this was one of the sort of accounts that we were using to find good settings. But if we go on the stats, okay, you can see this started at 10k, has a net profit of nearly 52,000 now, okay, 3,748 trades, and you know, a win rate of 77%. It can't even see. The thing is blind. It doesn't even predict the direction. It's made a 52 grand profit on 10 grand, you know, since it started. Profit factor of 2.4, recovery factor of 10. Anyway, this is demo, okay? And this is where we used this account to get the settings to then go on the live account. So this was then the very first live account that I started. So if we have a look here, you can see I initially deposited 10k, I then withdrew 9, so that left 1. I had 1k left in the account, and that's what we started trading with. It's currently made a profit of 3,228. So you can see the balance is now 4,228. I'll actually go in the history tab, and you can see that down there. In fact, if I just put that to all history, I think this needs to be on. Is it deals? I can never remember. Is it deals? Yeah, there we go. Deals. 3,228. So that obviously is the same as what's up here. This bit just pulls the info from down here, basically. This account has made over 300% return. We started this in the middle of October, as you can see. Well, the second week of October, so the 9th of the 10th. So it's been going about, what, 7-8 months, something like that. 300+% return. It has a win rate of 78.5%. It's done nearly 5,000 trades, 4,890. So a huge thank you to those people who left me the reviews saying that this doesn't work, because if you hadn't left those reviews, I would never have created this. And I have got, I think it's 14 accounts at the moment, live accounts. It has actually made a ton of money for me. And also it's freed up my time to, you know, do what I want to do. So yeah, a big thank you to those people who left reviews saying that this didn't work. It's actually worked phenomenally well. Also sells very well. So many people have bought it. And in the group, you'll see lots of people regularly posting the profits that this has made them. But yeah, the whole point of me showing you this really is not to brag about how much this has made, but to show you that the strategy actually works really well. As I just said, there is nearly 5,000 trades in here. Nearly 5,000 trades, and look at the win rate over 5,000 trades. You show me one trader anywhere who has a strategy that out of 5,000 trades has won nearly 80% of them and made 200% plus, you know, profit. It's 300% plus profit. You won't find many of them. If you can find any at all, you know, they're very rare. And that's because this is a good strategy. It took a huge amount of time. I traded this manually for years before I attempted to automate this, and I had no intention of ever automating it. So yeah, that's hopefully you found this video useful, and you can sort of see that the strategy does in fact work.